Bull crap! Young people can't own or afford a home. So I've been listening to some YouTube stuff. I'm here in the Missouri Ozarks. Realtor, one of those people that run with bankers and lawyers in the social scene. Not really. But so my bride and I, we had 5 small children who turns out grow up. Thank you, Father God. Prayed them through and still are, but we just sent an offer that with hopes of acceptance on the last child, which he's young, and that's whether it'll work out, whether he's old enough to be responsible for taxes and upkeep, and I don't know. But when you're young, it's a pretty good time to find out, because you've got another shot if you didn't quite make it. And I'd say probably is. I set him down, stood him up, and said, here's the deal. You're going to have some choices to make. You're going to have some friends that want to go sexting, drinking, and wild roading. And I know you're not that kind of guy. Thank you, Mom. But the pressure is on. You're going to have to sit on your bed by your big self and save your cash so that you can pay the taxes and be an adult. Okay, that was a rant. And super good. All our kids, ignorance is bliss. I don't know what they've done in the past. I don't want to know exactly. But none of them are in jail, none of them are on drugs, and they've all found, pretty good folks to hang out with and or marry. Anywho, so, I was listening to a YouTube video, and they were saying young folks can't afford a house. Now, it ain't going to be the Taj Mahal, but... part of the problem, I think, may be the boomers. Sorry, boomers. And maybe Gen X, raised by the boomers. I'm going to say it's, mostly it's personal responsibility. But dads, I think your responsibility is to give the next generation a pretty good shot. And sometimes life just hands you a bowl of heaping crap, and you can't do that. But I'm wondering if, whose fault is it that that YouTuber and several people have said young people can't afford houses? I think expectations are a little bit high for young folks. If they can't have the best, they don't want to get involved. And I'm not saying to live in a crap hole, but, there are several, and I've been looking as a realtor the last 2 or 3 weeks, 1, 2, up to 6, 10 acres, a house, maybe a barn. They are going to be from 30 to 40,000 foreclosure auctions to 115 to 139. That was one that was bought at 40. They put probably 30 to 40 in it, not counting their labor, and get it back on the market at 120 to 130. And ironically, the flipping business ain't all glory either. I listened to Jimmy John's, and he said, I kept 30 cents of every dollar. I gave 40 cents to the government, and then I guess that leaves 30 cents to grow your business or to do your big self. So all of these folks who want more programs and want the billionaires, millionaires, $100,000 heirs to pay for it, they already gave you 40%, and now you want to come back and take some more? if you do, maybe they'll quit you. Because after a while, I gotta do all this BS and regulation, and I'm being a giver. I'm keep giving the government more than I'm keeping, and they still think that I'm the bad guy. So, and we're not billionaires. I ain't saying that either. But there is still a chance. I think if the family, mainly the dad, has a vision with the good kids that the mom raised, because the dad was probably working his schnookle off. And, you know, if this is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but you're an infidel if you don't take care of your family. You're an infidel. Yeah, that's even better. So maybe dads need to redirect what they're thinking towards their family. And I'm not saying not to give, and I'm not saying that didn't scare me. Woo! Go back in time. But the God, family, and community. So I think we've got it scrambled like humans do. But back to the Missouri Ozarks. Is it going to be easy for the young folks, even if the dad helps them? No. Or is, the son, daughter-in-law, son-in-law going to have to do things that they don't really like doing? A bunch of it. But there is a way. There's just so much opportunity here in the Ozarks. I think it's still untapped. It's always been untapped. Having said that, if you can make a living here, you will be a superstar anywhere. But as far as, getting up early, staying late, smiling, keeping your teeth, and going above and beyond, I just don't know of an employer that's not going to invest in you. And, probably they're growing their competition, because whatever that field is, if that person likes it well enough, they're probably going to excel in that field. I don't care if you're moving dirt, scraping crap, milking cows, selling real estate, whatever it is. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and say, bull crap. Young people can afford houses, and especially in the Ozarks. I guess that's about all I got. And here's the other deal, Scrumpy. So a realtor, after you get so far in your career, the people that have helped you in the past, when you come upon a deal, if you've got the cash personally, you're going to buy it. I never buy my own listings. I'm just not into that. But if it's on the market, it's free, fair game, baby. It's out in the wild. It's being hunted by buyers. And guess what? If I've got the cash and it's a good deal, nobody else going to hear about it. Then the people that have helped you in the past, they're the first phone call. They're the tears, and the buyers that you're helping that are gonna stick with you. That's the other thing. If they and I'll tell them, go with the listing agent, and I mean that. But at the same time, if they don't use you, or if they're just using you, that's going to get old too. So either they're going to have to, is that being selfish? I think it's just human nature. But anyway, back to the phone tree. It'll be me and my family. If we've got cash, that's going to be the first buyer. Then it's going to be the people that have helped you in the past, and they're just your regulars. They're your buyers and your sellers. They're the ones that, when times get tough, they're still going to be stout enough to be playing. So you've got to take care of them. Then there's probably first of mind, new buyers that you think there's some potential that, they'll be loyal to you in the future. And I get it. It's vicious. Loyalty is, I tell folks to go to the listing agent a lot of the times. And so I guess it's my own fault. But at the same time, you've got to eat too. So anyway, is that making any sense? Phone tree. It'll be me, my family. People have helped me in the past get to where I am. And wow, we're way up here on the ladder. And then it's going to be new buyers or folks that, first of mind. So anyway, I'm repeating myself and I've went another 3 minutes. Woo! Did that just happen? And honestly, after a while, I'm almost to the point, I'm not quite there, but I'm just about ready just to buy and sell and keep my opinions to myself. So will I always be a realtor? Yes. But yeah, you ever get tired? Anyway, I don't know what happened. Confession at the end. But I'm still, I've got the opportunity to help 2 young couples, and we are on the hunt. And we're trying to work the bet. They're not deals. They're not in that lower end deal. They're more in the 150 to 300. And I can be very effective as a buyer's agent with them as well. But anyway, I guess I'm going to post this and live it up. Like and subscribe. And there are always opportunities in every market, down, up, sideways. The beautiful part about being a realtor is there's so much information on the MLS and being able to decipher it. And going to the listings to where when you list a property, you kind of know, what's selling and what's being priced. So anyway, 12 minutes you won't get back. Like and subscribe. And, that's the fee on YouTube. Don't cost you anything to subscribe. So have a good day. Be blessed. Over now. Random time's over. Woo!